Well, what can we say? We're back at it. Live right here on, what is this, New Year's Eve? My gosh. I just want to talk about screen doors. As you guys know, when you get your screen door, it's very easy to rip because fiberglass screen is a very cheap, it's a very thin product. It's not designed to take a beating. Of course, we here at the King of Solar Screens, my screen kit, we rescreen these doors every day for those who come by either this shop here in Texas City or our one out in Baytown. But we purposely do not do these doors with that cheap fiberglass. No. Instead, we upgrade it at no extra charge, and I want to throw that out again, no extra charge. We use what is known as Pool and Patio or 1814, and this is made by Phifer. And the reason we know this is authentic is because it has that red line to let us know. But I'm just going to take a guess and say that it's 25 times stronger than fiberglass. And again, I'm just taking a guess. If someone out there has the right answer, let me know. And I'll be more than happy to do that. Now, when it comes to stripping your old screens, it is never easy. I mean, that old spline likes to break and turn into chunkies. Well, if you guys remember Osvaldo, when he worked with us here at the King, who I'm so proud of Oz, he is up on the northwest side of Houston, shields up solar screens. He spun off on his own a couple seasons ago. So proud of him. I'm so blessed to have him working here with us for all those years. But he actually created this tool. And I'm assuming he just probably got it down at one of the little freight stores, bent the little eye out, and it just made it easier to get that spline. And when I tell you it's easier, look at that. Oh my. So that should make rescreening screen doors a cinch. Of course, even window screens themselves, if you can make yourself something like that with a little tippy point, you should make it a lot easier to strip them old screens so you can rescreen those quicker and a lot easier. Let's face it, when it comes to this industry, the faster you can turn them over and get them out, the better it is. Well, I'm going to continue to let this play so you guys can see how I roll in 1814. Now, I'm also going to specify this when it comes to fiberglass style screen versus solar, which we know has a very solid base. And of course, on solar screen, we always use in our industry, especially for the bigger shops, we're going to use this big, heavy steel wheel. But when it comes to a fiberglass screen, such as 1814, we're going to go with a plastic wheel. This here, if there's any sharp edges at all or anything that's not perfect, it will rip that material in half. It won't do that to the solar screen because that polyester, that center core is so stinking strong that it just laughs at it. So stick with solar with the metal wheels, and if you're doing fiberglass or insect screen basically, or in this case 1814, go with a plastic wheel. So let me toss that out of the way. All right, let's have some fun. Oh, I love this part. You guys have always heard me say that if you start on your longest leg, in this case, I mean, this is what, 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot tall, but start your material square and straight, and it won't go crooked on you. If you start it the first time, you're going to keep it straight at the bottom. The third side and the fourth, everything is perfect. And you know, I spoke of Osvaldo a little bit ago. He used to use a word called wonky. I'd never heard wonky in my entire life until Oz. And now when I do hear it, I just laugh. And of course, when I do see Oz, I like to pick on him a little bit and tell him that screen he installed was a bit wonky. Yeah, I'll get him back for starting his own thing, huh? No, I wouldn't do that. And just by keeping your hand on the material, you're going to help prevent any kind of ripples. So keep it nice and smooth. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a heavy door. My gosh. All right. Tell you what, because I don't want to bore you, I'm going to go ahead and pause this portion of it while I do the third side and the bottom. And then I'll come back and turn it back on while I trim it up. I don't want to bore you guys. All right, so I've got that finished. I'm just going to take a camera view of this. As you can see, that spline went down in there deep and tight. Now this one here, I had a choice to use either the typical foam spline, which I love to use for bug screen, or in this case 1814 heavy duty fiberglass pool and patio, or I can use 135 hard spline. And because it was such a long run, I wanted to use the hard spline over foam. It's just a preference, but either way would have been just fine. But that was definitely the way I wanted to do it. Now, I wonder if I can get you guys to see me trimming. I don't think I'll be able to do it and hold the camera, but let me try. Not bad. But I'm not going to try that again. I want to illustrate that it's not about making a profit, especially on these kind of doors. So when you ask me or ask any of my guys to rescreen one of your patio doors, again, we're going to upgrade this material at no extra cost because it has nothing to do with making a profit. This only has something to do with giving you a quality product that I know will last. Because I know in a couple of years when you're looking at this door and you're still just surprised that it hasn't ripped or torn or started to fade or anything, you're always going to remember us because we did it right. And it wasn't about money. I didn't care about that part of it. I just want to make sure that you guys are happy. Because after all, it is your castle. We may be the king of solar screens, but you're the king of your castle, or queen, whichever the case. But either way, we just want to do it right by you, our customer. So on average, we charge about $45 to rescreen these huge patio doors, which this one is a 4-footer by, gosh, this is just shy of 8 foot. This is a big one because this is an 8-foot bench. My. And I think it was $45. So, I mean, again, it's not much. I don't want to break the bank, but I definitely want to give you something quality, something you'll always remember. Think about us, ask us questions, like us, subscribe to us, keep us in your prayers and thoughts. Till next time, this is Randy, king of solar screens. You guys be blessed. Until we see you again.